Welcome back to the Gospel Music Training Center. This is Jonathan Powell, also known as JP, and you're watching Take 2 for opening worship chords for your church service. Now, in Take 1, what I did was cover the different tones of the scale in the key of D flat major, and also the different chords that you can play over each tone. And then we took it a step further and also got into how to use the scale as leading tones or passing tones to take you to different chords in the scale. So this is Take 2. We're going to take it up a notch, and we're going to get into some alternate chords that are not necessarily in the key, but work just as well as a lot of the other chords. And I'm going to show you how to tie them into different chord progressions. All right, so I put together this chord progression with some nice movements and everything, and I hope you like it. So let's jump right into it. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is start off on the flat 6, then go to the 6th tone, then to the 1, to the 7. So let's break that down. So on the flat 6, what I have is A in the left hand, and then F and C in the right. Then we're going to go up a half step to the 6th tone with the same notes, but just take them up a half step. Now, if you want to, you can use F as a grace note. So I have B flat in the left hand, and then G flat and D flat in the right. And you can use F as a grace note. Then we're going to go to the 1, and I have D flat in the left hand, and B flat and F in the right. So, and then we're going to go to the 7, which is C, and I have C in the left hand, and then A flat and E flat in the right. So this is a simple movement, and it sounds real good. So you can move chords like this. I'll show you a further example. If you want to, you can come down here and play B flat in the left hand and G flat and D flat. And then if you play the A flat in the left hand, you can play F and D flat. Okay, so. And you can also, if you play F in the left hand, you can play D flat and A flat. Now, if you play G flat in the left hand, you can play D flat and B flat. So each bass note, you can actually play 2 notes in the right hand and move around with it. So let me start with D flat, then work my way backwards and show you some different things that you can do. So you can play D flat in the left hand and B flat in F. That way, this might make more sense. Okay, so on the 1, this is how you can voice the chord. On the 7, this is how you can voice the chord. C in the left hand, A flat and E flat in the right. On the 6th tone, you can play B flat in the left hand, G flat and D flat in the right. Now on the 5, you can play A flat in the left hand and E flat and C in the right. On the 4, you can play D flat and B flat in the right and G flat in the left hand. On the 3, you can play F in the left hand and D flat and A flat in the right. On the 2, you can play E flat in the left hand and B flat and D flat. I'm sorry, B flat and G flat in the right. Okay? So you can move around with these. Now you can also, instead of playing B flat and F over the D flat, you can also play A flat and F over the D flat. So it's like you're taking the middle note out. So in this case, it's like you're playing a D flat major voicing with the middle note in your left hand. If you played it like this, it's like you're playing a B flat minor chord with the D flat in your left hand, okay? So really, you could take these and move around. So also on the 5, I said you can play an A flat major chord basically, but you can also play a D flat major chord with the middle note taken out. So you can play F and D flat over A flat. So it's just a matter of playing around. Now, certain tones that are not in the actual key, like the flat 2, you can play D in the left hand, and in the right hand you can play B flat and F, or B flat, C and F, okay? So, or, okay? And also the flat 5, you can play G in the left hand and E flat and B flat in the right. Okay? And you can also play G in the left hand and D flat, E and B flat in the right. Or just D flat and B flat. It's up to you. It all depends. It all depends on how you want to move, but I'm not going to go too far because that's getting away from what I'm trying to say, but I just wanted to show you how you can move with these major intervals. And it's not necessarily major intervals, but it's just like a simple movement based upon the scale, major chords, minor chords sometimes. But really the concept is that you're taking the middle note out and putting it in your left hand, but you have a melody in your left hand, and then you also have a melody in your right hand. So you have 2 different melodies working together. Okay, so as you can see what I just did. So that's a cool way to move around with 2 notes in the right hand and 1 note in the left. And essentially, it's almost like playing a triad chord, but you're taking the middle note out and putting it in the left hand. But combined, it's like playing 2 different melodies that's working together in the left hand and the right hand, and it sounds real nice. So I hope you like that. Let's get back to the chord progression that I was showing you. So you can start off with that, and you can go to the 3. So on the 3, what I have is F, C, and E flat in the left hand. Then A flat, B flat, C, E flat, and A flat. Now we're going to go to the 6th tone. And I have B flat, F, and C in the left hand. And then A flat, B flat, C, E flat, G, and B flat. So then we're going to go to the 1, to the 2. So on the 1, what I have is D flat, A flat, and E flat in the left hand. In the right hand, I have F, C, and E flat. And you can use B flat as a grace note. That's on the 1. Then we're going to go to the 2. Okay? So So on the 2, once again, I have E flat, B flat, and D flat in the left hand. In the right hand, I have G flat, A flat, B flat, D flat, and F. So now we're going to go to the 3. And what I'm going to play is C and A flat, D flat and B flat, E flat and C. So this is what I showed you in take 1. And this is more of a 6 interval, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if you count on the scale, and you're just moving up the scale. But we're going to start with C and A flat to D flat and B flat. And then we're going to play this chord on the 3. So I have F, D flat, and A flat in the left hand, and then E flat and C in the right. So now we're going to go to the 4. So after you play that, you're going to play F and D flat to G flat and E flat. And then we're going to go to the chord on the 4. So on the 4, what I have is G flat, D flat, and B flat in the left hand. In the right hand, I have A flat and B. So and then we're going to keep climbing. B flat and G flat to C and A flat. Okay? So at this point, I'm playing G flat, E flat, and A in the left hand, and then A, D flat, E flat, G flat, and A. So now we're going to go to the 5. So on the 5, what you could play is a D flat major with an add 9 over the 5. This is the same chord that I showed you. And take 1, A flat, F, and A flat in the left hand, and then A flat, D flat, E flat, F, and A flat. So far. Okay, and then we went to the 5. And then you can also use that technique that I showed you in take 1. Okay, and then you can do this. So that's A flat, D flat, F. You're just playing a broken up D flat major chord. So A flat, D flat, F. And now we're gonna play this A flat and G in the left hand, and then E flat, B flat, C, and E flat. So it's almost like you're playing A flat major 7, but not really. More of a A flat major 9, but you don't have a C in there. So it's not quite that kind of chord. Okay? It's almost like a suspended A flat major 7. So it's like you're suspending the A flat major 7. Okay? And you're suspending it right here. So it's like you're playing an E flat major chord over A flat. So, but it's voiced real open. So I have A flat and G in the left hand, and then E flat, G, B flat, and E flat. So almost forgot what I was doing. So when you get here, then you can come down and invert the chord in your right hand. So this is pretty much, if you look at it from a right hand perspective, it's just an E flat major chord in the right hand. So we're going from the E flat major chord, then invert it down, B flat, E flat, G, and B flat. And then come down again and play A, D flat, E flat, G flat, and A. So one more time. Okay. So this chord right here, I have A flat, E flat, and A in the left hand. Then A, D flat, E flat, G flat, and A. I think I played it wrong earlier, so I'm correcting myself. So actually, I don't even think I got to it. But once again, that's A flat, E flat, A in the left hand, A, D flat, E flat, G flat, and A in the right. Then we go back to the 5 with the D flat major, add 9 over A flat. And you can do the same thing. A flat, D flat, F. And this time we're going to change and go to the flat 6. So the first time around is this on the 5. I'll do it slow. And then you do it again. This is the second time. And then now we're gonna go to this chord. So I have A, E flat, and A in the left hand. And then G flat, E, D flat, E flat, and G flat. And this is that same chord that we were doing in take 1. Okay? The same chord. The diminished chord to that G flat minor chord with the added 6, okay? So here's that other chord, okay? So now we can go, and this is an altered chord. This is where things get kind of nasty. We're still in worship, but you can kind of get away with this because it's not too bad, but it's one of those chords that, you know, it's just nasty. I don't even know what to say about this chord, but I really like the harmony of it, okay? So what I have is E and D flat and E in the left hand, and then D flat, E, G, A, and C. And to me, nasty means good. You hear, what else do you hear? I'm getting old. You hear nasty, you hear sweet, you hear raw. It's all kind of names for different chords like this. All right, so how it fits, let me see. So right before you get to that chord, you can do this. You can play A flat and B together, to G flat and A together. So, but on the A flat and B, I'm sliding up. Okay? And then I'm going to the G flat and A, then back to the A flat and B. So like this. And then I'm going to that chord. So here it is. And now I'm gonna go D flat to E flat, and then I'm gonna go to the chord on the 3. So this chord was on the flat 3. Now I'm gonna go to the 3. So I'm playing D flat to E flat, and then I'm gonna play this chord on the 3. So I have F, D flat, and E flat in the left hand, and then D flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat in the right. So like that. So, and then you can go right here. Okay? So now we're gonna do the same melody, A flat, D flat, F. But this time we're gonna play A flat, and then when we get to the D flat, you can play this chord. B flat, G flat, and A flat in the left hand. And then D flat, F, A flat, and D flat in the right. So. Let me see. So when you get up here, you can either play an F octave or you can play F, A flat, D flat, and F. F, A flat, D flat, and F. Okay? There. And then you can go to the flat 7, to the 4. Okay, so on the flat 7, what I have is B, E flat, G flat, and B. So once again, that's B, E flat, G flat, and B. And in the right hand, I have E flat and B, no, I'm sorry, E flat and G flat. So after that, you're gonna play D flat, B. So. So now we're on the 4. So on the 4, what I have is G flat, D flat, and B flat in the left hand. In the right hand, I have B flat and D flat. So B flat and D flat together, and I'm going from A flat, A flat, G flat. Okay? So. Like that. So you're gonna go, oh, that was a terrible note that I just sang. Then you're gonna go to E flat, and then we're gonna go to the 1. So. So on the 1, you can voice it however you want to. What I have is D flat, A flat, and E flat in the left hand, and then F and A flat together with an E flat grace note. So you don't necessarily even have to end it. You can go. And you can go back to some of those movements. Okay. So you can just go a lot of different places, but I wanted to show you some different concepts and different chords and approaches to worship music. So that's it for this lesson. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. We covered a lot of information, from chord voicings to movements to progressions. So it's a lot of information in this lesson alone, not even considering that all of the lessons that we have here in the Gospel Music Training Center. So I don't want you to get overwhelmed. Really take your time, set your goals, set small goals for yourself, and make sure that they're reasonable. You know, you don't want to set things too fast and, you know, end up not reaching your expectations that you set for yourself, because you might need to slow things down a little bit to be able to get to that level. So be patient with yourself. It's going to take some time. It took me a while to get to where I'm at, but as long as you're consistent, logging in, practicing, you have the support here with me and Jermaine. And if you have any further questions or need any clarification, feel free to hit me up. Jonathan Powell is my username. Also, we do live training every other Monday. Check your account for that. Also, you should see it when you log in to the right. It should say upcoming event, live training or something like that. So if you want to join us, feel free. You can call in or you can post your questions online and we'll be glad to have you there. Also, if you're liking these lessons, drop some comments, let me know what you're thinking, as well as this lesson and others. That way other people can see, we're doing a good thing here in the Gospel Music Training Center, all right? So until next time, God bless, and remember, if you can hear it, you can play it.